So hi, welcome to another Thrift Thursday. As you know on these, I look at the budget gaming peripherals that are coming out, and today we're going to be taking a look at the RM200. So Real Internet have been working with me to send me out some budget gaming mice from their product range, and this one they've sent out to me as well. I'll be doing some more of their products in the coming future, so check those out, and I'll also be doing some other budget mice as well. If you haven't already, check out my Tech Tuesday where I do some more premium products, a bit like the Razer Hyperflux that I've just done here. If you fancy looking at something that's a little bit more exotic, should we say. So as you know on these Thrift Thursdays, I don't go through all the technical specs. I'll give you a quick overview, most that you can find online, but I'll tell you the pros and cons of what I think of it and whether you should really take a look at buying it or what you could use it for, and I'll show you a little bit of gameplay as well. So the RM200 is a wireless mouse. It comes with the Delta Zero sensor, which is similar to the Logitech G602. It has a 7-cycle RGB lighting, and it's also got a switch where you can turn that off, as well as turning it off into standby. It's a 2.4 GHz wireless mouse. It comes with a USB nano dongle, which does protrude a little bit out the side of the case by about 1mm. And also on the base of the mouse, it doesn't quite sit flush. But you can't use the mouse without it. This needs to be plugged in to be able to use the mouse, even though it has a cable that can use for charging. So it's protruding a little bit off the ground. It's not going to cause you a problem because the only time you're going to use it anyway is when you've got it in the PC or laptop. And it's there just purely to allow you to carry around, which is good to see. The charging cable would have been nicer to see at a longer length. It comes in at 0.5 meter here with a mini USB here. And if you're going to charge the mouse and try and game with it, which you can do, you have to have the wireless dongle in. Then it can be a little bit restrictive, as you can imagine, being only a 0.5 meter, but it's got a standard connection, so you can change it out for another cable, so not end of the world. The mouse itself requires no software to install. It uses generic drivers. It comes with the standard left and right buttons and scroll wheel. And it's got 2 on the thumb that are programmed to forward and backwards. You can't reprogram these from what I can tell. They are defaulted to forward and backwards, like for browsing and stuff like that. Would have been nice to see these to be able to be reconfigured, but I guess the advantage is you don't need software here to do that. So I'm going to be giving away this RM200 here from Real Internet Ideas, who have sent this to me to give on. And to do that, check out the description below, but you'll need to subscribe to the channel, give this video a like, and put a comment to what you're going to use this mouse for and what you think of the looks, because I think it looks pretty good considering. If you haven't already, check out the RM400 that I'm doing a giveaway for as well. I'll put a link in the description for that, and that should be ending in a few days here, but it's worth getting into the giveaway before that ends if you get to it in time. The mouse is made of plastic. It's got a kind of rubber looking side texture, but that is plastic as well. The top surface is, I guess, a little bit kind of smooth, and the side surface a little bit rough, maybe where the texture is to try and help you grip it. To be fair, it's quite a decent quality mouse here for what you're paying, given it's only $9.99 on Amazon at the minute. I mean, you can't go wrong for that really. The scroll wheel has a rubber trim on each side of it with an RGB lighting in the middle, and there's a DPI button on the top for changing between 800, 1200 and 1600. The maximum being 1600 DPI for this mouse. On the base we've got 3 feet that are okay size. I didn't find it snagged, it did glide quite well. And you have the 3-stage switch. One is off, the middle one is on without the lights being on, apart from the charging light if you've got it plugged in, and the third one is having some kind of RGB effect across the mouse. The mouse itself comes in at 86 grams, which is pretty good given it's got the batteries included inside it. It's meant to last around 90 hours. I found it lasted probably about 8 or 9 hours without needing to be charged. So just bear that in mind, that you might have to charge it when you're gaming, but that's standard for wireless mouse and no different to any of the ones I've used going forward. For me, during gaming, I found this not to be as accurate as I wanted it to be for FPS, especially high performance FPS, like Battlefield, PlayerUnknown. If you're going to play games like Dota or some slow MMO or RTS or just some general desktop work, then this mouse would be perfectly fine for that. It tracks really well. It's just more around the performance of the wireless connectivity that's going to cause you a problem. You can feel a little bit of lag, but that's expected for $9.99, right?
see him. One of their soldiers.
I think overall for the price range for this mouse, it's coming in reasonably well. I think if you want a cheap wireless mouse, it's certainly worth looking at in that budget range. I think if you want something for FPS and want to be a bit more competitive, you probably want to look at something slightly different.
Pain.